Hello, and welcome to our colleague. We are really glad to do Symposium in front of you. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Karen Morimoto.
I'm Mio Arisawa.
I'm Wakana Iwasaki.
I'm Keita Tsuchida.
I'm Reki.
Nice to meet you. First of all, can you take an action immediately when you come up with an idea or when you are faced with a new task? Okay. Please watch this video.
Thank you for watching the video. Many people in the world want to be motivated. The motivation here refers to the willingness to get things done. As proof of this, there are many methods to respond people as if they were responding to demand for motivation. The methods are diverse, so let me take some examples. Psychologist Adler describes the motivation in Psychology of Encouragement. And Adler's courage can be translated into the vitality to overcome difficulties. This is exactly the motivation. It is said that two motivations, extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation, are necessary to generate motivation. And intrinsic motivation, there's no physical limit. So you can motivate unlimitedly depending on your way of thinking. Therefore, intrinsic motivation is important for maintaining your motivation. In addition to this, many researchers have been conducting a survey and trying to clarify their motivation. Besides, there is a motivated business. Next, Wakana, please.
Thank you, Mio. Okay, I will explain about motivated business. This is Stick.com. Stick.com allows users to sign a commitment contract for goals. The user promises to donate a certain amount to the charity if it cannot be achieved. But this service has gained popularity from the user who want to be motivated and has continued to renew sales its inception. Furthermore, it is learning guidance that focuses on motivation. This is the Motivation Suite group, has adapted teaching method, analyzing personality individually, learning habits, lifestyle, and drive a learning plan to motivate individuals. There are many ways to get motivated, and motivation business is successful. That means many people want to be motivated. Many people want to be motivated.
Wow, so many motivated methods. People really want to be motivated, but why?
Well, why? Okay,
Wakana, leave it to me. Why does everyone want to be motivated? We think people want to take action immediately and get to work faster. In other words, there are troublesome tasks that they have to do in front of them. And they want an opportunity to start working on them. As you mentioned at the beginning, the fact that so many people want to be motivated means that many people cannot do what they have to do. Not doing what we have to do right away is generally called procrastination. Okay, now let's look at why everyone wants motivation in detail. Before that, we would like to clarify the definitions of important words. First of all, what people have to do means that people have to do work on issues and work regardless of their intentions. This does not apply to long-term goals, but only to urgent tasks in front of you. Next, procrastination is to miss the timing what you have to do and to voluntarily delay it, even though it is expected that the situation will get worse due to delay in the action. According to peer study, the 95% of the total population have the awareness that they tend to put off work to the last minutes. This survey, which focuses on college students, also found that a lot of college students don't finish their studies as failure of self-regulations. Instead, they choose to watch TV, go out with friends, or sleep. According to researcher, the 95% of the college student is procrastinating, and 50% are regularly procrastinating. Moreover, 88% of working adults admit that they are procrastinating at least 1 hour a day. Therefore, it is no exaggeration to say that this is a widespread problem. Next, Karen, please.
Okay, I got it. Then, let me tell you about some examples of procrastination. The actions that were thought of as what we have to do, like schoolwork, housework, and business communication, tend to procrastination a lot. Procrastination happens to choose to do in some choices. For example, when you tackle your work, you can worry about your housework like getting up, and hobbies like surfing, and winter relationship like hanging out with your friends. And if you feel one idea is more attractive than what you have to do, you procrastinate. Procrastination limits your possibilities. According to Pierce Steele, the average of business person does procrastination 2 hours in 8 hours of one's work. If we convert this time into hourly rate, we are losing 1.14 million yen per year. Leaving assignments, work, and until just before they due and feeling rushed later. You neglect your work and assignments. They accumulate more and more, and you become more and more stressed about them. How do I get motivated? Next, Wakana explains about motivation, please.
Yes, thank you, Karen. Okay, firstly, we have to rethink motivation. Do you think, can we get motivated by ourselves?
What? Definitely, yes. Right?
Yes, I also thought about it, but actually, no, we cannot. And also, I have been talking about procrastination as a familiar problem we all face, but many people mistakenly think procrastination is because they are not motivated. But it is not a lack of motivation that causes procrastination. Knowing these reasons, we have to rethink about our brains. There are 2 kinds of consciousness in our brain. First is manifest consciousness, and second is subconscious. First, let me explain about manifest consciousness. It is the realm of rational conscious activities, the area responsible for analyzing things and logical thinking. And then subconscious is instinctive information processing fields that is related to emotion and memory. And there are power relationships between these consciousness. As you can see, manifest consciousness only 3% to 10% of influence. On the other hand, subconscious has 19% to 97% of influence. In addition, subconscious avoids new behaviors, judging the present as the safest state and protecting it from chance. It also judges unfamiliar things as troublesome. Next, Reika, please.
Yes. For example, if your subconscious mind says, I'm going to study to change my life. I'm going to spend 3 hours a day. But if your subconscious mind feels you like TV more than studying, you will unconsciously pay more attention to the TV than studying. Motivation is part of the manifest mind, which is constant necessary when we start to do something. However, as mentioned earlier, it is defeated by the subconscious mind. Motivation exists, but when it comes to taking action, it's not a matter of motivation. It's not a matter of motivation. Motivation is not something you can raise by yourself, but that is something comes naturally. In other words, you cannot control your own motivation to taking actions.
No way. What should I do?
Don't worry. Through every dark night, there is a bright day. Then, we want you to expand your possibilities. Well, the word expand your possibilities covers several meanings. In this case, it refers to the possibility of finding out something new, the possibility of learn how to take more tasks upon yourself, and the possibility of to take on new challenges that you always wanted to try. Now, all right. We would like to propose to you one of the greatest ways to expand your possibilities. It is 5 seconds rule. 5 seconds rule. It is extremely simple and you can try and do it starting from today. When you come up with an idea or when you are faced with a new task, just take an action before 5 seconds have passed. And did you think, why 5 seconds? Didn't you? I have got to explain some of our brains first. As I mentioned before, when we are faced with a new task or what we have to do, our brains end up making excuses for giving up. Our brain has 2 roles. One is automatic mode, the other is emergency brake. That activates when people are doing out of ordinary. Even if you have a perfect idea or you have the task that you must definitely do, after 5 seconds have passed, your subconscious is already in emergency brake mode and excuses are appearing in your mind and your thoughts end up disappearing. The problem here is that you end up not taking action. In other words, if it takes 5 seconds to budget excuses in your brain, why don't you try putting the idea that you came up with into action before 5 seconds have passed. The purpose of 5 seconds rule is not motivation. It is for inspiring you to take first step. That was not made for finishing task completely. When a bothersome task comes to your mind and you do not feel like doing, please start counting immediately. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go and do it. Just start moving with this goal. One step forward, now you can take an action without excuses, independently from how you feel. For example, when you wake up in the morning, I know a lot of people who are not early risers, and I was on them. And if you're having troubles when you wake up in the morning, please try 5 seconds rule. Open your eyes and please start counting immediately. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go and get up and escape from your bed. It is easy afterwards if you take one first step away from the bed. Next, Reika, please.
Okay. The psychology of human work excitement is for this. Work excitement is a psychological phenomenon advocated by the German psychologist Klettering. Even if you are not motivated, once you take an action, you are motivated and can easily continue. It's easy to continue once you take an action. The first step is important, which is why our proposal focuses on the principles of action. So, when and how often should this method be performed? You can do this method the moment you discover what you must do. You will be amazed at the effect. In addition, you can do it many times a day. We do not dare to decide the timing or the frequency because each thing you want to motivate is different. If you chant the 5 second rules many times a day and you continue to do this for days or months, taking action immediately becomes a habit. Yes. You have graduated from procrastination. The next speaker is Mio.
Well done, Reika. Okay. In this world, there are various ways to move to such an actions. For example, to motivate yourself by screaming and to concentrate by relaxing and then meditating by relaxing. Of course, there are also ways to set a fine system we introduced before. However, gradually you are not even motivated to do them. We always have something to do, and we do not always have a lot of time because we want to do it. What I want to say here is that if you take another action, that actions can be a hassle. That is why our suggestion is the simplest and most direct way to get motivated. Just counting 5 seconds in your head makes it an absolute rule. You can change your actions, your habits, your destiny, and your life.
Hey, is it really? Can we change our lives?
Yes, I proudly say yes. I can tell you more benefits of our suggestions. What is advantages of our suggestion? We have 2 kinds of advantages. First is well-being, and second is expanding your possibilities. First, let me tell you about well-being. Do you know we need free time to feel well-being? It takes 6 hours and 59 minutes of free time per day By executing 5-second rule, you can secure time and enrich your life. Then, I explain about expanding your possibilities. If you execute it, it means to less procrastination. And you can concentrate on doing what you want to do. And if you don't have the time to do what you want to do or what you like, please execute 5-second rule. And you can get more time and your possibility is expanding. Then, all of our members trying 5-second rule. And these pictures are our train. Okay, and I'll interview some members. Okay, Keita, come on.
Okay.
Okay, Keita. What did you do to use 5-second rule?
I use 5-second rule for washing my dishes.
Okay, and did it work?
Yes, it did. Before executing it, I often procrastinate to wash my dishes. However, I could wash my dishes sooner.
Wow, sounds great. And how did you feel?
By using 5-second rule, I didn't feel guilty anymore, and I could enjoy playing the video games.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, next. Reika, come on.
Yes,
Okay, Reika, what did you do to use 5-second rule?
I tried to study for TOEIC.
Okay, and did it work?
Yes, very well. I have always wanted to study for TOEIC, but I couldn't start it. I could do it for 3 hours every day.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for your cooperation, Keita and Reika. And all of our members trying 5-second rule. And we can secure time and enrich our life.
Okay, alright. How did you like it? We showed you the movie at the beginning. Then, how are they doing?
Thank you for watching the video. Karen and Keita could stop procrastinating with the 5 seconds rule. Moreover, Reika could start TOEIC that she was really wanted to challenge for a long time. There are 5 seconds window for all of us. Slowly but surely, 5 seconds rule would change your life. Is there anything left to do now? Now you have watched this. Let's put it into practice. You already know the keyword, right?
5,
4,
3,
2,
1, go. Thank you for listening.